year 2164, Earth was on the brink of collapse. Cities were crumbling under the weight of overpopulation. The oceans had risen to swallow coastlines, and new plagues emerged faster than scientists could name them. Governments had merged into corporations, and the human race became more of a product than a people. But deep in the Amazon, a rare patch of untouched wilderness, whispers spoke of a cure, not manufactured in labs or printed in medpods, but grown. A sentient vine known as lacrina, discovered by accident during a covert bioresearch mission, had the ability to heal genetic rot, reverse cellular decay, and even restore lost tissue. One touch could halt terminal disease. That was the promise. When biotech giant Villanova Corp sent an elite team to harvest it, they included soldiers, doctors, and a liaison for corporate interests. Among them was Dr. Alara Miles, a geneticist with a haunted past, and Commander Jace Rennick, a battle-scarred soldier hardened by loss. Alara had been the one to theorize lacrina's regenerative properties, but what she didn't expect was that the cure had a price. They landed in the heart of the jungle under a storm-darkened sky. The heat was oppressive, the trees impossibly tall. The air buzzed not just with insects, but with something else. Watching. As they trekked deeper, their equipment began to fail. Communications were jammed, and their med drones crashed into the trees like confused birds. Still, they pushed on and found it. The vine glowed faintly, even under daylight. It pulsed with a strange bioluminescence, as though it breathed. Alara was fascinated. She had never seen anything so alive. It responded to music, to voice. It reacted to emotional energy. But when the team tried to cut it, it bled and screamed. Within hours of collecting samples, the jungle changed. One soldier vanished, then another. Their bodies were never found, only torn clothing, shattered rifles, and a strange, slick residue. Alara began to dream of a creature, something massive, something ancient, grown from the root systems of the lacrina itself. A predator made not of flesh, but of wood and blood and fury. She tried to warn the others. Jace didn't believe it. We've survived wars, cyborg uprisings. You think a plant's going to kill us all? Alara replied. It's not just a plant. It's the immune system of this forest. And we just triggered its defense mechanism. That night, it came, a creature shaped like a jaguar, but with bark-like armor and vines for sinews, descended on the camp. It tore through steel like paper. Villanova soldiers fired plasma rounds, only for their guns to jam or melt in their hands. The jungle had corrupted even their weapons. Jace rallied the survivors, pulling Alara into the trees as the forest seemed to close in on itself. She had grabbed one thing before fleeing, a canister containing lacrina's stem cells. Whatever this creature was, it was tied to that vine. They found an abandoned Villanova outpost days later. Inside were reports that shocked them. Lacrina had been tested years ago on humans. It worked. It healed cancer, blindness, even brain damage. But every subject later vanished or turned into something else. The forest had reclaimed them. Alara stood silent. Her younger sister had volunteered for a Villanova trial and disappeared years ago. This is where she had come. This was where she died, or became something far worse. Jace, burned and exhausted, turned to Alara. We end this. Burn it to the roots. Alara hesitated. We can't destroy it. It's too powerful, too intelligent. But maybe we can reason with it. He laughed, bitter. You want to negotiate with a monster. I want to apologize, she said. In a daring move, they returned to the heart of the forest. The creature waited. Alara walked forward alone, canister in hand, and spoke, not with words, but with emotions. She opened her mind using a neural amplifier, broadcasting grief, regret, and a simple plea, forgiveness. The creature paused and changed. The bark peeled back, vines unwound, and there stood a figure, a woman with eyes of green flame, skin of flowering vines, and the face of Alara's sister. She's still in there, Alara whispered. It keeps them, all of them, memories, minds, souls. Her sister Lena spoke. You asked for a cure. We offered rebirth. But your kind only takes, destroys, burns. Alara fell to her knees. Then let me stay. Let the others go. Jace stepped forward. No, we both stay. Together, they offered themselves not as invaders, but as kin. The forest tested them, flooded them with memories not their own. Joy, grief, fury, life. And in that moment of unity, the jungle chose. The creature vanished into the roots. The lacrina pulsed once and retracted into the earth. Dawn broke. Alara awoke near the edge of the jungle, hand in hand with Jace. The remaining Villanova crew was safe, minds intact, memories intact, but the forest was gone. The entire area had collapsed into itself, leaving only a crater. The canister was gone. Back at headquarters, Villanova demanded the sample. Alara and Jace lied. There was nothing left. Years later, rumors surfaced of a clinic deep in South America, where the dying were healed with plants that no one could trace, where soldiers with scars and trauma found peace, where broken people came and never left, but were never seen again. Some said it was a myth. Others said it was Alara. Those who believed called it the garden, a cure that no longer screamed, but whispered, and only welcomed those who understood that healing was never about conquest, but connection.